you can
So
be
it's not a
super male.
spectrum anymore of
No,
men and women on either side. It's
Right, because what would happen if you have a spectrum with male and female? What are you implicitly saying? This is a slide. Actually, I used it just a year ago. It's called the gender-bred person. If you look at it, it shows that there are these four axes. You have the gender identity, your sense of self. You have your sexual orientation, your heart, who you're attracted to. You have your sex, your biological sex, which is, again, your genitals, basically. Then you have expression, so how you choose to express your sense of self externally, what you wear, how you act, etc. Now, this is important. This is a slide. I literally pulled this off of a website. It's a very popular website. And notice that there are these continuum, there's spectrums. There's a gender spectrum, gender identity spectrum, gender expression spectrum, biological sex spectrum, orientation spectrum. This on the, it ranges from, say, male on one side to female on the other side, with intersex in the middle. You have sexual orientation. You could be heterosexual or homosexual. On the middle, there's bisexual. Okay, so I pulled that last July. I know that was online last July. The next slide. This is gender-bred person 4.0. That was like 1.0. This is 4.0. It's already been I've read 4 times. But the top part, I'm ignoring that because it's the same. The picture is the same. Look how they've changed. Notice there's no longer one line with male and female and then intersex in the middle. There's now 2 lines that say things like, maleness and femaleness, and you can be
so it's not a spectrum
male
anymore of men and women on either side. It's
right, because what would happen if you have a spectrum with male and female? What are you implicitly saying? There's a binary, male and female.
The binary is true.
But so they're like, whoa, queer theory says you can't do that. You're actually reifying the gender binary. So now gender person 4.0 has these 2 lines that are each independent. So you can be super male and super female. You can be, so you can express yourself super masculinely and super femininely in the same time, or none at all. You can be, so they had to get rid of that whole idea of even the singular line. Even though it's a spectrum, it's still too binary. Next slide. This is interesting. Actually, I knew about this and someone pointed out at the conference. Now, why would you make a gender unicorn? This is a different site, but why gender unicorn? Someone pointed out, well, the gender person still looks like a male. The actual shape of the figure is still masculine, right? So they picked a unicorn. And now, why unicorn? I'm not exactly sure. I think because, again, the unicorn is an imaginary creature. But they're pointing out all of this stuff is in some sense a social construct. It's not imaginary, but it's something that we've made up on our own, like the unicorn. And you're like, well, is that a common thing? This is a book. It's an Italian queer theorist, and this is his book, Queer Theories, an introduction. But it's got a unicorn on the front too. And my kids saw that and they're like, "What's with the unicorn?" I'm like, I don't actually know, but I guess it makes sense if you believe all of this is in some sense made up. All this gender stuff. But not they're saying we've made it up. And we have to get out of this mindset that it's a real thing. But notice now again, not only are there 2, now there are 3 lines under every category because I guess 2 is still too binary. So now you've got a 3rd line, a way to express your gender expression, gender identity, etc. Anyway, so it's interesting to see the evolution of this, just even this figure that it wasn't, even in July 2021, the 1.0 gender person was not woke enough. And now gender unicorn, I'm sure we're going to see. Actually, I did the same thing with the pride flags for the book that I'm currently writing. I went through the evolution of pride flags. It's really interesting to look at how the pride flags have changed from the rainbow flag to like the current flag that includes like 10 colors and a triangle. Anyway, it's too much, more than you know.